Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about my April TBR. So how I usually do TBR videos is I kind of just run through a pile of books that I feel like I would want to read within the month of April, and to be honest, I don't 100% stick to it. It's more of just like a suggestion on, because I'm a big mood reader, so a lot of times I will feel like in the moment I really want to read like this high fantasy book, but then 2 weeks later when I want to go up to it, I pick it up, read the first few pages, and then I'm like, I'm not really in the mood for fantasy, and I don't want to force myself to read a book that I'm not exactly feeling at the moment, because then I won't enjoy it, and I want to be able to enjoy it to its full potential. I also don't entirely go super detailed or explain too much about the book, because I kind of just want to explain why I want to read it and my thoughts on it before reading it. So with that spiel, let's go into the title of books that I want to read in April. The first book I just got in the mail yesterday. I told myself I was on a book ban. Oh well. And that is Full Tilt by Emma Scott. My one issue with this book already. Why is it printed like this? Like, I think the cover's beautiful. I love it, and I've heard really good things about this book. It's a duology. If I like it, I'll get it, the other one. But usually with paperbacks, this is like a big paperback. Like, you can't, I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, see, it's quite large in the print, but I mean, I still really like the cover. I like it's a shiny cover. So I heard that this book is going to make me cry, and I really love emotional reads. I just really love getting my heart ripped out of my chest, you know? I heard that this book is like super sad, and then the second book is super healing. So I'm really excited to see the books within this series, this duology. The next book was the book I compared it to, and that is the first book in the Addicted series. Now, I only have the first book to the Addicted series, and I wanted to, read the first book. If I like it, then I'll continue to buy it, because I don't want to just buy the whole series in case I didn't like the writing style or whatever. And I know this is a girl who's addicted to sex, and a guy who's addicted to alcohol, and they fake date to like hide their addictions from their family and friends, I believe. What I do like about this is that it does have a reading order, like suggested reading order in the book. So I'm gonna know to read the first Addicted books and then like incorporate the Calloway Sister series, which, by the way, they have new covers. I don't know if you know that, but they have new covers and they are beautiful, and I'm so glad that they have new covers, because now it's not like the seductive real people on the cover. Personally, I don't like that. The next book on my TBR is Dear Aaron by Mariana Zapata. I'm super excited for this book for many reasons. One, it's going to be my second Mariana Zapata book. The first one was from Look Off With Love. Also, this is all of her books are like connected in a way, and I was not aware of that, so I wish I read this before I read From Look Off With Love, because this is about Jasmine Santos, the main character from Look Off With Love, sister. So I'm super excited to read this. Also, it deals with like the military. For those who do not know, I'm a military kid, so it's pretty cool to read a romance where it incorporates stuff like that. So Mariana Zapata books are like chunky and slow burns, and I know that these two, writing letters and texting emails and gift baskets to each other, well, her to him, and I think like majority of the book is in that format before they actually meet, so I definitely want to see how that goes. The next book is actually a book that I have begun to read already. I just never finished it, and so I want to finish it, and that is The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther. So this book I was super excited for, and I will already give you a heads up. You can see my bookmark is like, I'm more than halfway through it. I don't think it's bad. I just getting kind of bored, so I kind of put it aside to continue reading it at another point in time. So I do plan to finish it this month, hopefully, because it's on my currently reading. I have like 3 books that I've set down that are on my currently reading right now on my Goodreads, so I want to wither that down. So the next book is the second book of the Brown Sisters trilogy, and that is Take a Hint, Dani Brown. I have read the first book of this, which was Get a Life, Chloe Brown, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I give it a 4 out of 5. So I heard this is like a fan favorite of everyone's, and that it gets better in the series, so I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm already really liking the concept of this. I know it's like bodyguard sort of romance. He's like a security guard. And I think he like listens or reads romance novels too, which I think is really cool and really cute. Also, I know there's like anxiety rep in here. Also, the representation in Talia Hibbe's books are just phenomenal already, so I already know that I should I'm going into this book with pretty high expectations. The next book is Weather Girl by Rachel Lynn Solomon. For those who do not know, Rachel Lynn Solomon is my like all-time favorite author, but Rachel Lynn Solomon wrote my my very favorite, well, I can speak English. Rachel Lynn Solomon wrote my very favorite romance novel, and that is this book right here. You can't really tell I'm pointing. This one, Today, Tonight, Tomorrow by Rachel Lynn Solomon. I read 2 of her other books. This is her newest adult romance novel, Weather Girl. I think this cover is super cute, by the way. It's adorable. Also, she is coming out with a new YA romance novel, which I am waiting for. It comes out next month. I know this is like 2 people trying to get their bosses back together, I believe, or something along the lines of that, and I think that concept's also really cool. The next book I want to read is Neon Gods. I actually got this from Target. They are selling a lot of books at Target now when they like completely rearranged how their book setup is. I will be honest, I kind of just wanted to read it because of the contents. I heard it's pretty... I don't think I need to explain myself. I'm just very curious. I've never read a book that would be like this before. I know I have The Song of Achilles, but I actually haven't read like Greek mythology before, so I do know a good amount of it. I'm not like super all-knowing about it, but it does interest me when I did learn about it in school. And on the complete 180, I also want to read A Quiet Kind of Thunder. This is a YA romance novel, I believe, between a mute girl and a deaf boy. Super excited to see how it is. I have a soft spot for like YA romances. I hold them near and dear to my heart, so I have high expectations for this book. One of my favorite YouTubers actually recommended this book, which is the reason why I got it in the first place, so super excited to see how their love story blooms, because the book itself sounds really cute to me, and I don't know if I'm gonna cry exactly, but I know I will feel a lot when reading this. The next book on my TBR is Gallant, I believe, by V.E. Schwab. This will be my very first V.E. Schwab book. I decided to pick this up because I was walking in Barnes & Nobles, and first off, the cover is incredible. Like, look at that. It's gorgeous. That definitely piqued my interest when I was looking at it, so I actually ended up getting the book. I don't actually even know too much about it. I kind of wanted to go into it sort of blindish. I mean, I read the synopsis in the book, but I don't know further beyond that. The next book is Ace of Spades, and I got this a couple months ago, and I've been putting it off ever since, but I'm I've been excited for this book because I've heard really good things. I do know that there is like to search up trigger warnings and content warnings for those who are sensitive. There is a lot of topics that get brought up in here, and I know it's like 2 people, it's like a private school-ish, this person that reveals secrets or just things get revealed about people, these 2 main characters. And the last book that is on my TBR is Our Violent Ends by Chloe Gong. For those who do not know, I read Our Violent Delights back in November, my like one and only reading wrap-up month that actually got the video to come out on time, and I loved Our Violent Delights, so I'm expecting to love Our Violent Ends. It's chunky, it's tall, and it's thick. I think it's like over 400 pages. I want to cry thinking about how this might end. The cover on this one also is just beautiful. If you can't tell, I'm like a sucker for really pretty covers. They're always like, don't judge a book by its cover. I do. Look at that. It's so pretty. I also got, as you can tell, I got a signed copy, and I rushed to Barnes & Nobles to get a signed copy. Partial spoilers, I'm just super excited to see Roma's reaction to what happened last book, and how are they going to build off of that, what's going to happen in general in this book. So we're just gonna see how that goes, and I'm just super excited for that. So those were all of the books for my April TBR. Again, this is not meaning that I will exactly read all of these books within April. I'm going to attempt to read them, but during my April wrap-up, there might be, you know, some books that I didn't end up reading, or some books that weren't in this video that I end up reading. I will end up getting to the other books at some point in time, and you will hear my opinions on it. It's just, I'm, you know, like a mood reader, so it all just depends on what happens. And I'm also free of theater by next week, so a lot of my time will be lifted off, and I will have a lot of free time to actually read this time. So let's hope that my reading wrap-ups have more books this time. With that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, comment down below what other videos you would like to see, and I will see you next time. Bye!